Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. MARR Chase, wide receiver sensation, has finally broken his silence, sending shockwaves through the NFL and particularly among Dallas Cowboys fans who had fantasized about adding his explosive talent to their roster. In a statement that has reverberated across social media and sports networks, Chase made it clear why he ultimately decided against joining the Cowboys, citing issues that go far beyond the field. The receiver, known for his elite route running, remarkable hands, and uncanny ability to find the end zone from almost anywhere on the field, did not mince words about the environment he observed during preliminary discussions with Dallas. Sources close to the situation suggest that Chase was not impressed by the organizational dynamics, particularly what he perceived as a fractured leadership structure and internal conflicts that could hinder both his personal growth and the team's trajectory. This revelation is causing fans to question the management strategies of the Cowboys front office, which has been under scrutiny for years regarding its handling of star talent and controversial decisions in player personnel. Chase's comments have ignited debates across forums, podcasts, and Twitter threads, with analysts dissecting every nuance of his statement. Some argue that this could mark a turning point in how players weigh organizational culture against pure financial incentives, while others see it as a reflection of deeper systemic issues within one of the NFL's most storied franchises. The implication that leadership problems could deter a player of Chase's caliber is raising eyebrows across the league, highlighting that even high-profile athletes are now prioritizing stability, respect, and clear communication over historical prestige or potential championships. Every word Chase uttered feels like a direct critique, yet also a subtle warning that the Cowboys may face more scrutiny unless internal dynamics are addressed, making this more than just a routine off-season story. Reports indicate that Chase, who has consistently proven himself as a game-changing offensive weapon, took a long, meticulous approach to evaluating his potential landing spots. He reportedly analyzed coaching strategies, locker room dynamics, front office reputation, and even the subtleties of team culture before making his decision. While many expected a move to Dallas to be logical, given the team's high-profile ambitions and recent investments in offensive talent, Chase reportedly identified multiple red flags that made him reconsider. Among these, sources say, were inconsistencies in leadership messaging, apparent disagreements between coaching staff and management, and an overall atmosphere that suggested that egos and politics might interfere with football operations. For a player who thrives in structured, accountable, and supportive environments, these warning signs could not be ignored. Chase's stance resonates with a growing trend in professional sports where elite athletes are asserting their preferences for organizational stability and cultural alignment, rather than simply chasing monetary rewards or historical fame. The NFL, increasingly scrutinized for the treatment of its players off the field as much as on it, is now witnessing stars like Chase exercising unprecedented agency, signaling a shift in power dynamics that could influence future trades, free agency moves, and contract negotiations. Analysts are already speculating whether Chase's decision will prompt the Cowboys to confront internal issues more aggressively or risk further alienating top talent, highlighting the thin line between success and chaos when leadership falters. The ripple effect of this decision, observers say, could extend beyond Dallas, influencing how other franchises manage relationships with elite athletes and how players prioritize organizational culture when making career-defining choices. Industry insiders hint that the conversation between Chase and Cowboys executives was far more complex than a simple discussion about contract numbers. While money always plays a role in professional sports, in this case, Chase reportedly weighed the intangible aspects of professional life: respect, clarity of roles, the quality of communication, and the predictability of leadership decisions. It is said that during multiple interactions with team executives, he noticed a pattern of inconsistent messaging and public statements that contradicted private discussions, leading him to question whether the front office and coaching staff were truly aligned. For someone whose career is built on precision, timing, and trust in collaborative effort, this misalignment was a deal-breaker. In the wake of his statement, speculation has intensified that other potential targets or current Cowboy stars may share similar frustrations, raising questions about locker room morale and team cohesion. Commentators suggest that Chase's comments are not only a reflection of his personal priorities, but also a spotlight on broader structural weaknesses within the Cowboys organization. By speaking out, he inadvertently or intentionally draws attention to systemic issues that, if unresolved, could impact draft strategies, player retention, and overall competitiveness in the years to come. The dialogue surrounding his decision is far from over, as analysts continue to debate whether this will prompt immediate reforms or simply remain a cautionary tale for future negotiations. The NFL landscape, already filled with speculation, is now grappling with the idea that even teams with historic prestige and fan loyalty are not immune to internal dysfunctions when evaluated by elite players who know their worth. Sources close to Chase suggest that his decision was influenced not only by what he saw, but also by what he feared could happen if he joined a team where internal conflicts might distract from on-field performance. The wide receiver reportedly discussed scenarios where leadership discord could translate into miscommunication on game days, inconsistent play calling, or diminished opportunities to showcase his skills effectively. This level of foresight is consistent with Chase's reputation for preparation, strategic thinking, and understanding the nuances of professional football beyond the physical demands. By publicly articulating these concerns, he positions himself as a player deeply invested in both personal and team success, unwilling to gamble on an unstable environment despite potential short-term gains. Fans of the Cowboys, meanwhile, are left to grapple with the disappointment of missing out on a transformative talent while also confronting uncomfortable truths about organizational management. The situation underscores a new reality in professional sports. Player agency, cultural fit, and long-term career trajectory are increasingly outweighing traditional motivators, such as immediate fame or lucrative contracts. Commentators predict that the ripple effects of Chase's decision could alter how teams approach communication, leadership, and strategic alignment in the future, setting a precedent for how elite players evaluate prospective franchises. As media outlets dissect every nuance, one thing is clear. Chase's choice is more than a career decision. It's a statement on priorities, values, and the invisible yet critical factors that influence professional sports at the highest level. Whispers within the NFL community indicate that Chase's decision has not only impacted the Cowboys, but also sent a message to other franchises regarding how elite players assess organizational credibility. Team executives are reportedly paying closer attention to internal cohesion, messaging consistency, and leadership accountability, aware that top-tier athletes now have the tools and platforms to publicly articulate concerns and influence narratives. This marks a significant evolution in professional sports, where the balance of power is subtly shifting from management to athletes, especially those with proven elite status. Chase's forthright approach, avoiding cryptic social media posts and choosing instead to issue clear statements through trusted channels, demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of media, fan engagement, and strategic communication. Analysts speculate that this could inspire other high-profile players to follow suit, openly critiquing environments that do not meet their professional standards. In turn, this pressure may compel organizations like the Cowboys to evaluate internal dynamics with unprecedented honesty, potentially prompting reforms that could benefit both current rosters and future acquisitions. Fans are left in suspense, pondering not only what might have been with Chase, but also what this revelation means for team culture, leadership credibility, and the future trajectory of one of the NFL's most storied franchises. The narrative is far from static. Each day brings fresh interpretations, expert analyses, and intensified debate on whether elite talent will continue to prioritize stability over prestige, shaping a league increasingly attentive to organizational integrity. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The fallout from Ja'Marr Chase's revelation about the Dallas Cowboys has sparked endless speculation regarding the franchise's future, and insiders suggest that this could trigger a chain reaction affecting not only roster decisions, but also front office stability. Analysts are pondering whether other players, current or prospective, might start scrutinizing the Cowboys' internal culture with the same rigor, potentially leading to a talent exodus or difficulty attracting elite free agents. The message is clear. Organizational issues are no longer private matters confined to locker room chatter. They can now shape public narratives and influence the strategic decisions of the league's top performers. Observers point out that the timing of Chase's statement is particularly impactful as it coincides with the offseason, when teams are evaluating trades, draft strategies, and player contracts. The Cowboys management, traditionally lauded for ambition but criticized for execution, now faces unprecedented pressure to address the concerns raised by one of the most respected young stars in the NFL. The speculation extends to coaching staff dynamics, with whispers suggesting that discrepancies in leadership approach and communication style may have contributed to the unease that Chase highlighted. Industry experts argue that this situation is not merely anecdotal. It reflects a broader trend in professional sports where transparency, consistency, and respect are becoming decisive factors in player retention and acquisition, compelling teams to reassess how internal culture influences on-field success and long-term competitiveness. Meanwhile, speculation about how Chase's decision might affect his own career trajectory has intensified, with analysts debating whether this move signals a strategic, long-term approach to career management or merely a reflection of his personal preferences. His choice to avoid the Cowboys, despite the team's resources and visibility, may be interpreted as prioritizing professional growth, stability, and team cohesion over immediate fame or lucrative incentives. Industry insiders suggest that this careful evaluation could position Chase to maximize both performance and legacy, selecting an environment that aligns with his work ethic, competitive mindset, and professional values. Observers argue that this could serve as a blueprint for other elite players seeking control over career outcomes, potentially reshaping contract negotiations, team evaluations, and talent migration across the NFL. While fans often focus on immediate gameplay impact, these decisions highlight the intricate balance between talent, culture, and long-term planning. The speculation also includes whether Chase's public critique will pressure teams like the Cowboys to reevaluate their leadership structures, messaging protocols, and overall organizational cohesion, effectively making his decision a catalyst for broader institutional reflection. In this light, Chase's announcement transcends a single team narrative, becoming a statement about the evolving relationship between elite athletes and organizational responsibility within professional sports. Rumors are also swirling about how Chase's refusal could impact the Cowboys' strategic planning for upcoming seasons. Analysts suggest that losing the opportunity to secure a player of his caliber may force the team to rethink offensive schemes, draft priorities, and even trade strategies to compensate for the absence of an elite wide receiver. Sources close to the situation hint that front office executives are now reassessing internal processes, evaluating whether leadership alignment and communication methods need overhaul before approaching future high-profile acquisitions. The chatter in media circles points to a potential domino effect, where current players might now vocalize concerns that were previously kept behind closed doors, potentially affecting morale and locker room cohesion. Observers are debating whether this situation could influence decisions beyond the Cowboys, as other franchises may begin scrutinizing their own internal culture to avoid similar public setbacks. Analysts point out that in a league increasingly driven by analytics, marketing, and public perception, cultural misalignment can have tangible consequences on competitive advantage, fan engagement, and talent retention. The speculation surrounding Chase's decision is therefore not only about one player or one team. It may represent a watershed moment in how organizational integrity is measured and valued in professional football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.